All right, hello and welcome. Today, we're going to pop the hood on the single most important piece of machinery you will ever own, your heart. We're going to get right in there, see how it works, what can go wrong, and most importantly, how you can keep it running in peak condition for a lifetime. Okay, let's dive right in.
So take a look at this number, 100,000. Any idea what that is? Well, that is the average number of times your heart beats every single day. That's more than 35 million times a year. It is, without a doubt, the hardest working engine in your body. And just like any high-performance engine, it really deserves our attention.
So for this entire explainer, I want you to think about your heart exactly like that, as an engine. It's not just a symbol we draw on cards. It's a powerful biological machine. It's got its own plumbing, its own electrical system, and its own moving parts.
So what's its main job? Well, at its core, the heart is a pump, but it's an incredibly powerful one. With every beat, it's pushing blood that's packed with oxygen and all the good stuff, the nutrients, through this massive highway of blood vessels to every single cell in your body. If that flow stops, nothing else works. It's the power source for absolutely everything you do.
So if the heart is an engine, what happens when an engine's fuel lines get clogged up? Well, it starts to sputter, it loses power, and eventually it can just fail. The exact same thing can happen to our heart. And that brings us to one of the most common types of engine trouble.
This is called coronary artery disease, or CAD for short. See, the coronary arteries are the special fuel lines that feed the heart muscle itself. But over time, this sticky, gunky stuff called plaque, which is basically just fat and cholesterol, can start to build up inside of them.
And you can see the problem perfectly right here. On the left, you've got a nice, healthy artery. It's a wide open pipe. Blood is just flowing through, no problem. But on the right, yeah, that plaque has started to build up, and it's making that passage narrower and narrower. It's like sludge building up in a drain pipe, making it so much harder for that vital fuel, your blood, to get where it needs to go.
So what happens next is really important. When that heart muscle starts getting starved for blood, it sends out a warning signal. That's the chest pain we call angina. It's literally the engine sputtering, telling you, hey, I'm not getting enough fuel down here. And if that plaque buildup blocks the artery completely, well, that's what leads to a heart attack, a major engine failure.
But you know, clogged fuel lines aren't the only way an engine can break down. You've also got the electrical systems that control the timing, and you've got mechanical parts that have to move perfectly. So let's take a look at how those systems work in the heart.
So let's talk about arrhythmias. You can just think of this as an electrical fault, like some faulty wiring in the engine. See, the heart's rhythm is controlled by these tiny electrical signals. And when those signals get all scrambled, the heart can beat out of sync. It might be too fast, too slow, or just all over the place. We can kind of break these faults down into two main types. Bradycardia is when the engine is idling way too low. The heart is beating too slowly. And tachycardia is the opposite. The engine is redlining. It's just racing way too fast. Either way, it's not good for the efficient flow of blood.
Okay, so we've covered the wiring. Now let's talk about the nuts and bolts, the mechanical parts. Your heart has 4 valves, and their job is so critical. You can just think of them as perfect one-way doors. They open and shut with every single heartbeat to make sure blood is always flowing forward, never, ever backward.
But you know, doors can break. With stenosis, the door is kind of stuck, and it just doesn't open wide enough, which restricts the flow. With regurgitation, the door is leaky, and it lets blood sneak back the wrong way. And with prolapse, the door flaps just don't close tightly. Any one of these problems forces the heart to work so much harder to do its job.
So you can see where this is going, right? It doesn't matter if it's the plumbing, the wiring, or the mechanical parts. When any of these systems start to fail, it puts a ton of strain on the whole engine, and that can lead to the most serious kinds of breakdown. First up is the heart attack. This is a real emergency. This is when a fuel line gets completely blocked, and a part of that heart muscle is totally starved of oxygen. When that happens, it causes permanent damage to the engine itself. And then you have heart failure. Now, this isn't usually a sudden event, like a heart attack. It's more of a chronic condition. It means the engine has been overworked for so long that it's just lost its power. It can't pump blood as efficiently as it needs to, which is why people with heart failure often feel really tired and out of breath. The engine is just wearing out.
Now, all the things we've been talking about are things that can develop over time. But what if the engine came with a problem right off the assembly line? Think of these as factory defects.
This is what's known as congenital heart disease. These are structural problems that a person is just born with.
Things like holes between the heart's chambers or valves that didn't form quite right. Some of them are pretty minor, but others can require some serious repairs.
Okay, wow. After hearing about all the ways things can go wrong, you might be feeling a little worried. But this is the most important part of the entire user's manual, the maintenance plan, because there is so much you can actually do.
And here's the absolute best news of all. You are in the driver's seat. You are the chief mechanic of your own heart. Now, you can't control everything, like your genetics, but a huge number of heart problems are preventable with the right kind of care and maintenance.
So here it is, your 4-step maintenance checklist. Number 1, healthy fuel. A balanced diet with lots of fruits and veggies helps keep those fuel lines clean and clear. Number 2, engine tune-up. Regular exercise literally makes the heart muscle stronger and more efficient. Number 3, avoid contaminants. Things like smoking directly damage the lining of your arteries, making it way easier for that sludgy plaque to stick. And number 4, regular inspections. Getting your blood pressure and cholesterol checked is just like looking at the dashboard warning lights. It lets you know if there's a problem before it becomes a breakdown.
It really all boils down to this one simple but really powerful idea. The little choices you make every single day are either helping your heart or they're hurting it. A healthy lifestyle isn't some short-term fix. It's the long-term plan for keeping your engine in prime condition.
I mean, think about it. That tireless little machine inside your chest, beating 100,000 times a day, never, ever asking for a break. It is working for you constantly. So understanding how to take care of it in return, that isn't just a good idea. It's one of the most important jobs we have.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. It doesn't have to be some massive change. It can be small. Are you going to take the stairs instead of the elevator? Maybe add one more vegetable to your dinner tonight? Or finally schedule that checkup you've been putting off? What's the one choice you'll make for your heart today?